happens to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A little juke. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Roosevelt Nix, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Chargers 0. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
12 yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete.
Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Aldrick Rosas set to kick.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on second and 13. Brissett. Campbell making the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, check.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Chargers.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had to big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
The tackle made by Joey.
No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Play action now. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
The extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14. Chargers.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, L.A. Having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. He's at the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
The 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Mack is the ball carrier.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And it's caught. And he's brought down. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Roosevelt Nix with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Colts 21, Chargers 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 50, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go play action with Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a gain.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
At their own.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Brissett to throw on first. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A very solid gain of 27. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trailed as we get back underway. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And his throw is incomplete.
Herbert. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert throwing again. And this is incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Trying to punch it in with Eckler into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
It's Eckler again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Colts 31, Chargers 21. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. taken in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll throw again. Brissett got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
His throw incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Brissett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert on first down now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Colts 31, Chargers 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Williams. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Herbert on third down now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it at the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers can now take the lead with the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Chargers 35, Colts 34.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosichan to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Von Miller, his second sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play fake, Brissett. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
This one caught by Ridley. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a run with back. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.